The Oklahoma Sooners have to begin their offensive coordinator search, and we'll talk about it on Sooner Born. All right. We don't have to go over the season once again, 5-5 and all that stuff. OU's having a bad season. No need to rehash all of that. But after the firing of Seth Luttrell, we do know that they are looking for another offensive coordinator. Joe John Finley has stepped in. He's doing the best he can right now, but the offense still hasn't taken off like we would all like to see. And a couple names have been thrown out there. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, looking at the internet, and a couple names have jumped out. I guess Joe Cratic from Tulane. He's with they're having a decent season. And outside of success with SMU, where he was 15-17, there's not a lot there in terms of sustained offensive output. Cratic has served with a new team each of the past 4 seasons. Appears to have caught lightning in a bottle this season with the Green Wave. I'm not sure if he has the track record needed to really provide a big buzz upon being hired, but no doubt runs an offense that's fun and different. It's a little different than people are used to. So he's one name I've seen thrown out there. G.J. Kinne from Texas State. Kinne was on the staff in 17, speaking of SMU, along with Joe Cratic. All from Morris Tree of the coaches. And Kinne incorporates some of what Gus Malzahn does in the quarterback run game at UCF, with none other than Dillon Gabriel as his quarterback on staff, as he was the offensive coordinator in 2021. After a Gabriel injury, Kinne helped the Knights to a bowl win against Florida. He would then take the head coaching job at Incarnate Word, where his quarterback would amass 71 total touchdowns, 4,686 yards through the air, and another 711 on the ground. Kinne's a great offensive mind, but the struggle would be luring him away from a head coaching job to accept the offensive coordinator spot at Oklahoma, where Kinne has positioned himself to possibly be offered a step-up head coaching spot. And we'll see what goes on with him. Mike Shanahan of Indiana, probably the hottest name right now in college football. On offense, he's been with IU head coach Kurt Kinne for 8 years through various stops. It would be hard-pressed to pull Shanahan away from Kinne at this point without the pair going anywhere together. But money talks, and Oklahoma will be in position to be very competitive with this hire and what they can offer. Under Shanahan, Indiana is averaging 43 points a game this season, including 276 yards through the air. The Hoosiers are undefeated, and both coaches will be highly sought commodities at the end of the season. So we'll see what happens with Mike Shanahan. He'll probably end up staying with his guy. Dan Mullen, who is right now is broadcasting for ESPN. Once upon a time, Dan Mullen was the it name in college football as he went on offense anyway. But sometimes coordinators who are really good at what they do just don't work out in the head coaching level. This happens all the time. This could very well be the case with Mullen as OC at Utah under coach Urban Meyer, and again at Florida. Mullen had great success. Mullen would coach Alex Smith at Utah with Meyer in 2004. Heisman Trophy winner Tim Tebow, Dak Prescott, and Kyle Trask all played for and were coached by Dan Mullen. Success as an offensive coordinator didn't go unnoticed, and Mississippi State will come calling for his services. Mullen will be with the Bulldogs from 2009 to 2017, and during that span propelled Mississippi State to the number 1 team in the country at one point. This success will land him a gig at Florida Gators. There, his success will fall off drastically, as Florida themselves as a program has suffered hardships along the way that did not make Mullen's job easier. Be that as it may, he was ousted on November 21st of 2021, while the Gators sat at 5-6. He has since then been killing time as an analyst for ESPN College Football. So those are a few names that I've seen, a couple articles. Shout out to thefranchise.com. Another article that I seen about this. I don't know who OU's going to pick. We all don't know. It probably will not be none of those names mentioned. But just a couple names I've heard floating out there. So I just wanted to let y'all know, if you haven't seen it or haven't heard of those people that they've been looking at, just giving a little update on the offensive coordinator search that has probably begun, I'm sure. I'm sure they're already talking to a few people. And I'm just hoping they find somebody. I really want somebody a little different. I'm tired of the air raid, really, in my opinion. I like them to run a more pro-style offense. Let's get the running game going a lot more. All this pass-happy stuff, I'm just kind of getting tired of it. And I think teams are starting to catch on to it a little bit more. You need a good running game, good defense to win a national championship, usually. So let's see what they do. Brent Venables, he knows his job is on the line next year for sure. Already on the hot seat this year, but I'm hoping for the best, Brent Venables, because I do like the direction the defense is going. So hopefully he keeps it up and finds somebody good to run this offense so they can become contenders in the SEC. If not, it's gonna be a long road ahead. So hopefully everything works out well. Again, thank you to everybody who liked my videos. Subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Share the show if you will. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Boomer Sooner.